Welcome to the latest edition of the London Bus Museum Winter Refresh Update with your chairman, Leon Daniels.
So we're really glad you're enjoying our YouTube channel, but what we'd really like to see is to see you face to face here at the London Bus Museum at Brooklands. Even if you've been here before, we've got a completely new layout. It's much easier now to see and photograph all of the vehicles. We've got an amazing new reinterpreted Warhol showing what it was like in the 1940s. We've got some great audio-visual displays, but best of all, these lovely old buses. You can see inside some of them, you can ride on some of them, and you can see them all lined up here for you. Of course, as well as that, we have places for children, a great kids area, a great shop, and loads of things to do here at the London Bus Museum. So somehow, find a way, come to Brooklands, see us at the London Bus Museum, and if you join us as a member, you can come as many times as you like all year for free.
So as you can see, we've got the museum pretty well laid out now in the last few days before opening in June, and it all just really looks amazing. So here we are in the Warhol. We're busy making some preparations. To some extent we're making STL 2093 look worse. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do, but we are trying to make it look like it's been involved in the bomb crater that's just been built next to it. But here we are now, just cleaning the windows before putting in place the netting, the bomb-proof, blast-proof netting that London's buses used to have. Here we've got the first test piece in place. I know it looks like a string vest. Maybe that's where it came from. We're just examining this very carefully to see what it looks like and how we're going to secure it. And now we come maybe to the only major part I've played in one of these movies, because I've usually been behind the camera rather than in front of it. But I'm changing the E-plates on our bus stop. A few things first about this bus stop. It's a very special one. It's part of the special infrastructure that was created for Oxford Street. The bus stops match the street lights, the traffic sign posts, and the other street furniture. It all came together in a similar design. So this is a special Oxford Street post. We've got this particular flag, a bus compulsory coach request flag, in place. And you can see I'm putting in place heat plates here for route 289. That's what's now the N89. And there are two other routes going in here on this bus stop. We're putting routes 267 from West London, and also from West London we're putting in the 237.
Got them all,
and the reason we're doing that is that SMS 369, which is next to the bus stop in the street scene, also has blinds for the 237.
They're now correct. You were practicing.
So I'm doing the job the way it used to be done years ago. Just before we opened, we took all the moving vehicles from the roadway outside so we could do one more special clean before we put them all back. So here is RF19 stretching her legs. And now STL 441, here going back into the workshop. We're doing some work on the upstairs front near side structure. The structure on the STL is not particularly good, and we do have to keep an eye on the wood framing here. So we're just about to go back into the workshop where we're going to do some work on that front near side pillar. And here we have STL 441 on its way back into the workshop, ready for some work on that front near side, which you can see is already prepared. So apart from what's going on with full-size buses, we're also looking at model buses. Some of you may have seen or may have one of these 1:12 scale Route Masters based on RM857, which incidentally is also in preservation. It's owned by our friend Trevor Wright. So here we have a completed RM857 being demonstrated by Ian Reddick. The windows open, the flaps open, even the fuel filler opens. And it's got working electrics too. This is just amazing. We could even make the turn signals work. This is incredible detail. I'm not sure I would have had the patience to make one. It came out as a part work. You've got a bit more each week. Anyway, I'm glad somebody did. And so Ian is also now showing underneath. It's not just perfect above, it's perfect underneath. It's absolutely beautiful. So it's now ready to go on display near the kids area in one of the new display cabinets, and it's a really beautiful model of RM857. So now back with us is WVL1. The work was done for us free of charge, commissioned by Go Ahead and done by Hanson Dorset Trim. It's been extensively repanelled and repainted. So really grateful thanks to our friends at Go Ahead and for the team at Hanson Dorset Trim for doing a beautiful paint job on the whole bus. So it's going into its place now, which is at the end of the timeline. We have everything now from the horse bus to WVL1 and everything else in between. And here is workshop trustee Owen Wright and Roger Stagg, our rolling stock trustee, and also our vice chairman, being ever so slightly obsessively compulsive about the location of the transfers. It's all been worked off from some contemporary pictures, and we want to make sure that they're all in the right place. Sharon Burton is here working on the cleaning, leading the cleaning team. She and her cleaning team working flat out as we get ready for Members' Day. You can see the seats out there. And here we have Ian Reddick, who's working on our wonderful pedestrian crossing with one authentic Belisha beacon. We can't make the Belisha beacon work, we don't think, because we've got to get power to it. It's in the middle of the hall. But here he is working to make sure the Belisha beacon is part of the zebra crossing. And already people and children are having their photographs taken in an Abbey Road picture, which is just wonderful. And so once more round with the floor cleaner as we get ourselves ready for our Members' Day. And so we're now just in the last few hours before we're ready for opening for our Members' Day. The Simul bus is working. We're still in lockdown at this point, so we can't allow people in, but here's this great screen, this fabulous film, gives you the bus driver's perspective. And Ian Reddick now starting to remove the plastic from EB2, these wonderful perspex screens that have been made for us by BYD, so we can see inside what's behind the panels of an electric bus. This is really exciting. And here we are at Members' Day. People are seeing the museum for the first time in our wonderful new layout. Everybody really enjoyed it, which is just great. And here at the Members' Day, we have a few speeches, and here's Tamerley Newberry, the Chief Executive at Brooklands Museum, talking to all of our volunteers about what's going on, followed, of course, by me. Here we are now ready for the grand reopening. One more clean of the floor, get the vehicles back in. And here they come. For the first time on the 27th of June, the public is seeing our new museum. Coming to see us, of course, to buy our new book, Working with London's Buses, and see all their friends for such a long time. And we were really pleased to open, even though we weren't fully released from the lockdown. After the 19th of July, we were able to open up properly. So MRL 242, the Simul bus, and the children's attractions are now all open. SMS 369 is open, EB2 is open. The canteen trailer is open, so you can now go and experience all this. Great. And just look at this little kid's face. Do you know one day he might even be in charge at TfL? Look at that smile. He's really enjoying himself. So we're delighted that everybody just enjoys it with the bus rides just for £2, £1 for children. We're carrying loads of people every day for a ride around the local area. So thanks for being with us at the London Bus Museum. We need your support. If you love this, please subscribe. We'd love to see you. And of course, as I said, we'd love to see you in person.